Six Nations 2018. Can England make it 3 in a row? Follow the 2018 Six Nations live on the BBC. Dates: 3 February 17 March. Coverage: watch live on BBC TV, Red Button, connected TVs, BBC Sport website and mobile app. Listen on BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra, BBC Sport website and app. Live text coverage on BBC Sport website and app. The 2018 Six Nations Championship will be the most competitive year ever, injured British and Irish Lions captain Sam Warburton has predicted. Back-to-back title winners, England are aiming to become the first nation in 135 years to win the title outright for 3 consecutive years. But Warburton, who will be a BBC One pundit, believes no nation will remain unbeaten in this year's tournament. "We won't see anybody winning the Grand Slam he told BBC 5 Live. "This is the most competitive year since the tournament became the Six Nations. There are definitely 4 teams, and potentially France, who can all beat each other. It's wide open." Wales face Scotland in the opening match of the 2018 Six Nations in Cardiff on Saturday, before Ireland travel to Paris to play France. England get their campaign underway against last-bottom side Italy in Rome on Sunday. England aiming to make historic. Six Nations 2018, Italy v England. Date: Sunday 4 February. Venue: Stadio Olimpico, Rome. Kickoff: 1500 GMT. Coverage: watch highlights on BBC Two, and BBC Sport app from 1800 Greenwich Mean Time. Listen on BBC Radio 5 Live text commentary on BBC Sport website. England were denied a second consecutive Grand Slam in 2017 after defeat by Ireland in Dublin. Since the competition began as the home nations in 1883, there have been 20 back-to-back title wins, including England's latest double. In all previous 19 times, no one has gone on to win 3 in a row. Warburton won back-to-back titles with Wales in 2012 and 2013, but his side could only finish in 3rd place the following year. And the Welsh back row says he underestimated how hard the task would be. 3 in a row has never happened. There's a lot of pressure on England. I think I underestimated back in 2012 and 2013 how hard it is to win a Six Nations, he told BBC 5 Live's rugby union show. England against Ireland on the final weekend at Twickenham. I would bet that would be a championship game. And you'd probably have to go with home advantage, but if there's an upset in the first 2 weeks, suddenly the tournament is wide open for Scotland and Wales or Ireland. It's so difficult to call. Survival of the fittest. 2018 Six Nations, Wales v Scotland. Venue: Principality Stadium. Date: Saturday 3 February. Kickoff: 14:15 GMT. Coverage: watch live on BBC One, connected TVs, and BBC Sport app from 13:15 Greenwich Mean Time. Listen on BBC Radio 5 Live text commentary on BBC Sport website. Relive the best tries from the 2017 Six Nations. The build-up to the 2018 Six Nations has been dominated by injuries, amid a backdrop of discussions around the length of the domestic playing calendar. But the first match of this year's tournament is arguably the worst hit. Wales will be without 6 of their first-choice players when they face Scotland in Cardiff. Warburton, Jonathan Davies and Rhys Webb will miss the whole tournament. 3 more British and Irish Lions, Taulup Faletau, Liam Williams and Dan Biggar, will take no part in the opening round at least. Reece Priestland, Jake Ball and Dan Lydiate are also out, while wings George North and Hallam Amos were not considered match fit for the first game. That Wales injury list is horrific, former Ireland centre Shane Horgan told BBC 5 Live's rugby union show. It's their best players and their most important players, it's almost impossible to see beyond that. These are some of the best players Wales have had in a generation and they're missing. But while Wales' back line has been decimated, Scotland are facing a crisis of their own in the pack. Gregor Townsend's side have lost hookers Ross Ford and Fraser Brown, tight heads Xander Ferguson and W.P. Nell, and loose head trio Daryl Marfo, Alan Dell and Al Dickinson. Scotland have not won in Cardiff for 16 years, but they captivated the rugby world with their high-energy displays in the autumn internationals. They won 2 out of 3 tests in November, including a victory over Australia, and were narrowly beaten by world champions New Zealand. And with England aiming for 3 consecutive titles, Scotland's fit again back Stuart Hogg could take home a triple of his own, a 3rd Player of the Tournament award in succession. Ireland favourites for the title 2018 Six Nations, France v Ireland venue, Stade de France, Paris date, 3 February kickoff, 16:45 GMT coverage, watch live on BBC One, connected TVs, and BBC Sport app from 16:15 Greenwich Mean Time. Listen on BBC Radio 5 live text commentary on BBC Sport website. Ireland are the only side to have beaten England under Eddie Jones, having thwarted their Grand Slam attempt during last year's Six Nations. Joe Schmidt's side begin their assault on the title against an unpredictable French side, who have named teenage debutant Mathieu Jalibert at fly half. Horgan, who won 65 caps for his country, believes the current Ireland side are the favourites for the 2018 title. They're on the way to being the best team that Ireland have ever had, certainly the most balanced team, he told BBC 5 Live's rugby union show. In the front row in particular, Ireland now have 4 top-quality props. They've never had that sort of depth. I'm convinced Teague Furlong is the most complete prop in the world at the moment.